Hey guys, I'm Erik Peterson, and I'm a men's dating and relationship coach for skillofattraction.com. And today's coaching video is called My Ex Can't Come to Me. Now, as many of you know, these coaching videos is when one of you guys sends me in a question, and if I think it'll be beneficial to my viewers, I answer your question in a video, just in case one of you guys is in a similar situation, you know how to handle it. And in this particular email, a viewer writes in that he's worried that his girlfriend will never come to his house. He doesn't say if she actually has started reaching out to him again after he had been dumped, but he fears that she won't come to his house because he lives a couple hours away and his parents live in the apartment below him, and he fears that there's going to be some kind of awkward situation. So he wants to know if it's okay for him to go to her. And so I'm going to go through his email, and then I'm going to give him some tips on how he should handle this situation. But if you guys have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. All you have to do is head over to my website at skillofattraction.com, click on the contact tab, and shoot me a message from there. All I ask is that you keep your messages and questions to me rather short and to the point, really just a couple of paragraphs max. Otherwise, I'm just not going to have time to get through your email. I get a lot of emails, and when I start getting long emails, I just don't have time to get through them all. But I will answer your question as soon as I can, either a written response or I'll let you know if I do a video. And of course, I will keep all of your personal information private. But I do have to take care of my paying clients first, so if you're just a little patient, I usually get back to you within a few days. But if you need to get in touch with me right away, or you want to dive deeper into your situation, the best way to do that is, again, head over to my website at skillofattraction.com, click on the coaching tab, and there you'll see I have several options for you to choose from. I offer emergency email coaching where I will respond to you within 24 to 48 hours, depending on which option you select. And I also have a couple of monthly coaching packages where I work with you throughout the month to try to get whatever relationship issue you're having turned around and get you back on track. So with that, let's get on to the email. He says, "Hello. Every coach and book always says when someone pushed you away, they have to come to your house. But here's the problem. I live far away from town and my parents live in the apartment below me. My ex doesn't have a car, and also she would be super embarrassed to see my parents after she dumped me. Even if she contacts me telling her to come to my house, it would take 2 hours for her, and there is a huge possibility she would encounter my parents, as we have a dog and he would alert them. I'm sure some kind of awkward conversation will happen. Is there any other way to make her do some effort but not end up to my home and end up at her home? Thank you in advance." Well, my first thought is, so what if she encounters your parents and she's a little embarrassed about it? I mean, this is her doing, and if she wants to be with you, she's just going to have to suck it up and face the consequences of her actions. I mean, I hear a lot of you guys making excuses for your girlfriends or your ex all the time. Well, I can't go into no contact because my ex is too stubborn and she would never reach out to me. Or like in this case, she lives too far away. She would never come to my house. But I mean, do you really think a woman that loves you is going to throw away all that just because she has to swallow her pride? I mean, she may show a little resistance or take a little longer to come to a decision about doing that. But once you realize it's either swallow her pride or lose you forever, what do you think she's going to choose? I mean, and if she does choose to just let it go, I mean, you should be with that girl anyway. But here's the thing. I mean, there's a reason why every coach and book says that, I mean, since she pushed you away, that she has to come to you. And that's because she has to show you that she's willing to invest in you again and put some effort into you. I mean, it's really important that you pay attention to what people do rather than, or more so than what they say, especially when it comes to women, because they often do and say things that are completely opposite of each other. But I mean, she could tell you all day that she loves you and she cares about you, but if she's not willing to take a 4-hour trip to you and back to save the relationship, I mean, is this really a girl you want to be with? I mean, these are some things that you really have to think about. So I recommend that you first suggest that she comes to you. I mean, there's got to be some sort of transportation that will take her at least near your place. I mean, like a train or something. I mean, obviously it's okay if you pick her up at the train station, but there's got to be a train or a bus or an Uber or a taxi cab or a horse and buggy. I mean, there's got to be something. And if she gives you an excuse, I mean, just simply tell her these are your terms. And if she doesn't want to accept them, then there's nothing further to talk about. I mean, of course, you want to put this in your own words. But she's either going to figure out a way if she truly loves you, or she's just going to let you go if she doesn't truly love you. And, I mean, she's a big girl. She could figure something out. You don't need to hold her hand through all this. And if this is what you were doing in the relationship, you know, always being her servant and taking care of everything for her, this is part of the reason why she ended the relationship, or she lost attraction, whether she realizes it or not. But if it's really a problem for her to get to you, I mean, a legitimate issue, I mean, it's okay that you compromise a little bit. I mean, maybe meet her halfway or something. And because if you go to her instead of her coming to you, I mean, she's going to know that she still has you wrapped around her finger, and that attraction is not going to come back because she's just not going to have respect for you. I mean, women really need to feel like they have to overcome obstacles to win your heart in order for her attraction and for her love for you to rise again. I mean, it's just basic human psychology, and I've explained this in videos before. I mean, if someone gives you a brand new Ferrari, no strings attached, you don't have to pay a cent for it, of course you're going to love it for a little while, but it's not going to have the same value to you as it would if you had to work your butt off and save all that money to buy yourself a new Ferrari, because you have investment in it. And it's the same way in relationships. But if you do end up having to meet her halfway and you don't have a place to go, a good idea is to get an Airbnb or maybe a motel room or something like that. And obviously you want to have something that you could do. I mean, it's best that you guys do something like make dinner together or something similar, because this is a good low financial investment for you, but it's also kind of romantic, and it's a good excuse to laugh with each other and be playful with each other and flirt and touch and kiss and ultimately end up in the bedroom. I mean, when I was in college, my girlfriend, she lived like an hour away from me, and we both lived with our folks at the time. Plus she had a son, so we really had very little time alone together. And what we would do is we would get motel rooms so we could just have some time alone together. And it's the same thing with you. I mean, like I said, she's a big girl. She's going to figure something out if she truly wants to be with you and wants to see you. She's not going to just let that go. And, you know, you can't be holding her hand and do everything for her, because she's never going to build up that same level of attraction, because she needs to put in some effort and invest in you in order for that to happen again. So that's really how you should handle this situation. So if you guys have found this video helpful, or any of my videos helpful, I would really appreciate a thumbs up, and for you to share it with any of your friends and family. And I'd also really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button down below and tick that little bell symbol that's next to it, so you get real-time notifications of when I upload new videos. And in the description down below, not only will I have a link to both my contact page and my coaching page, but I also have a link to PayPal if you deem this video worthy of a donation. So that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.